I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Gino Corsi is the ultimate choice for all of your real estate needs. With a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of local neighborhoods, Gino consistently goes above and beyond to find the perfect home or investment property for his clients. When you choose Gino Corsi as your realtor, you're choosing a trusted partner who will guide you every step of the way to your real estate goals. Are you ready to love where you live?
Hey everyone, it's Gino Corsi with Triple Diamond Real Estate, and I'm so excited to officially announce that I am now a proud sponsor of Missouri State Ice Hockey. When you work with me, you're not only getting a reliable realtor, but also contributing to the growth of our community through local sports. So give me a call if you're ready to team up and find your dream home while cheering on our Missouri State Ice Bears.
Thank you. So, why Springfield? I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world. I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
While there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors, it's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
Pride. It is very common for one to associate the word pride with the lions of the Serengeti. But if you make your way to the Ozarks in North America and follow a migration trail that runs straight to Bear Boulevard, you'll find another unique and perhaps superior specimen. also associated with the term pride, the Missouri State Bear. While this bear sports truly unique plumage in the fall, it's the signature maroon and white coat that differentiates this bear from other lesser species. The Missouri State Bears are excellent nocturnal foragers, able to easily sniff out a mate, a nest, or the best cashew chicken around. While they can be recognized for their impromptu exuberance, what the Missouri State Bears are truly known for is their pride. It starts with an incredible work ethic, a never-give-up attitude, and their ability to rally around for the greater good. These bears take pride in their habitat, their fellow bears, their community, and their future. It's why Missouri State Bears sit at the top of the educational food chain. How do you know if the bear you see is a Missouri State Bear? Simple. Its trajectory is always onward and upward. And, well, they eat tigers for lunch.
Ball 60! Ball 60 right here, right now!
This is more than a game. This is one team united by one goal.
1, 2, 3, Bears!
We are your Missouri State Ice Bears.
WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents Missouri State University Ice Hockey. With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is Game 2 between Missouri State and Drury University. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson, live from the Big Slice broadcast booth as we bring you this second game of the series between these two teams. And yesterday was a big one, a 5-4 victory for Missouri State, who is the visiting team here tonight. Drury University is the home team. Next season it will switch, but a couple of goals late with about 5 minutes left in the third period made it interesting, 5-4. As we'll take a look at the WSR pregame report and talk all about that. As Missouri State escapes, so to speak, with the 5-4 win, the Panthers came back strong in the third, as I mentioned. Started out early in the first period as Patrick Labutis gets his third of the season to make it a 1-0 game. And then goals came fast and furious. Alex Ringhofer just 10 seconds later to tie it up, getting his fourth of the season. Tyler Culleton just less than a minute later, his seventh of the season, and all of a sudden Missouri State has a 2-1 lead. They make it 3-1 when Culleton, or take that back, when in the second period, Will Cassou gets his seventh at 6:38. Missouri State all of a sudden seems to be in control, but it was a close game thus far because late in the second period at 17:59, a power play goal by Cedric Cardinal makes it a 4-2 game, and then Missouri State adds one, his first of the season, from Justin Williams, and all of a sudden it looks like it's going to be an easy win for Missouri State, but no. Louis Fournier and Richard Bazant gets a couple of goals. They pull the goaltender, does Drury, but cannot score. 5-4 the victory for Missouri State. Look at the shots. And 30 were put on Isaac Tillman, 27 on Garrett Limpert of the Drury Panthers. Power plays, Missouri State 0 for 4, and 1 for 5 were the Panthers. Again, that power play goal by Cedric Cardinal. Let's look at the leaders for the visiting Missouri State Ice Bears. Isaac Cooper, he is the leader right now in 14 games. He has 18 points, 1.29 points per game. Did get an assist last night. and 3 assists during Lawrence Tech on October 24th, his largest assist output this season. Career-wise, 66 goals, 66 assists in 112 games, and that's a little over a point per game. Second for Missouri State, that is Carter Eifert. Did not get any points last game. That's no points in the past 3 for him. He is tied with Isaac Cooper in team goals. Both have 8 this season. Just under a point per game for him is what his average is. Career-wise, 16 goals, 17 assists in 46 games. Third for the Ice Bears, that is Will Cassou. Did have a goal last night. 6 goals in 5 games for him. Career points-wise, 19 goals, 28 assists in 43 games, averaging 1.08 points per game. Fourth for Missouri State, that is Tyler Culleton. 1 goal last night, 4 goals in the past 6 for him. Word of note, he is the fastest in the ACHA in Division III to 100 points. Did that in 76 games, 38 goals, 62 assists. This season, averaging .79 points a game, 11 points in 14 for him. Fifth for Missouri State, that is Charlie Hager. 2 assists last night, 5 assists in the past 5 games. Career-wise for Hager, 20 goals, 31 assists in 76 games. We'll look at the goaltenders for Missouri State. There's 4 of them. Isaac Tillman played yesterday, 4 games. He's 3-1, 3.43 goals against average and a .908 save percentage. John Dillard also on the team with 2 wins and a .30 goals against average and 800 save percentage, along with Bar Bialik, 3 games, 2-0. 3.62 and an .862 save percentage with a shutout. But tonight in net it will be the veteran Espen Rieger. 7 games, he's 3-3 with a 4.21 goals against average and an .881 save percentage. I was about to say visitors, but no, they're the home team, Drury Panthers. Let's look at them. Louis Fournier, the leader with 9 goals and 3 assists and 12 points for Fournier. Second is Cedric Cardinal, 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points. Of course, Cardinal with a power play goal yesterday. Fournier also got a goal late. Caleb Limpert, 4 and 6 for 10 points, averaging a point per game. And Richard Bazant, also 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points for him. Got a goal in yesterday's game to make it a 5-4 affair. And then Riley O'Connor, no points last night. He still is 5th with 9, 2 goals and 7 assists. And Cedric Cardinal leads the team in power play goals now with 2, with the one he got yesterday. We'll look at the goaltending for the Drury University Panthers. They have 3. Dylan Gons, he's 1-0-1, 4.89 goals against average, and 857 save percentage. Also, Cade Henderson on the team from Brentwood, Tennessee. His last full game played was a 7-5 loss to Arkansas on October 12th, 2024. Stopped 30 of 37 shots, but he is also on the roster as another goaltender. But tonight, starting once again, Garrett Limpert. He's now 4-4 with a 4.50 goals against average and an 845 save percentage. Limpert making his 3rd consecutive start. We'll take a look at the matchups between these 2 teams. So for Missouri State, they own the record in really everything. Record, of course, 10-4. Panthers, 5-4-1. Goals for, 65 versus 37, and of course the goals against, 53 versus 47. Missouri State, I take that back. Yeah, Missouri State, they are the visiting team today, so we'll have to look at their visiting record, and they have given up 28 goals against. They've scored 31 on the road. as part of that 65 and 53 goals against, goal differential of 12. On the power play, Missouri State 10 for 64, 15.6%, and 5 for 27 for the Panthers. Penalty kill, the Ice Bears have killed off all but 12 of 57 for 78.9%. They lead in that category too. These two teams will play, and then of course we'll have another game right after this. It'll be Division I action. And in case you missed it yesterday, Division I took a 1-0 overtime victory. KT Walters got it 51 seconds in. Now, we're not advocating for an overtime scenario here, but it was close yesterday with a 5-4 victory for the Panthers. That'll wrap it up for tonight's matchup and the WSR pregame report. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to drop the puck right here at Brightspeed Ice Park.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Steve Casson, Scott Lutzke, Abby Marlar on camera as we get ready for period number one between the Drury Panthers and the visiting Missouri State Ice Bears. Ice Bears have made their way out of the ice, so have the Panthers. And we will get ready for the on-ice festivities. And again, if you're looking and you see a pink rink, well, it's because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And both teams that play here, Missouri State and Drury, have participated in that, raising money for the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. Don't know how long they'll keep the ice pink, but it's definitely for this month. So the Ice Bears have finally made their way out onto the ice. Both goaltenders have not made their way to the crease yet, although for the Ice Bears, it is Espen Rieger who kind of got his crease all set and ready to go before the introduction of the lineups. Let's join Kevin Klein for the introduction and the on-ice festivities here at Brightspeed Ice Park.
The visitors from Missouri State University and your Drury University Panthers! Your official scorekeeper and clock operator today is Ryan Robb. Tonight's officials, referees Josh Baggett and Mark Marzola, linesman David Hill, penalty box officials Danny McIntyre and Nolan Ripper. The broadcast team is led by Steve Casson with Web Sports Radio, and your music director, the Sultana of Song, Jaden Robb. Now for this afternoon's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Missouri State. Left wing, number 92, Jamison McGrath. Right wing, number 22, Trevor Alexander. Center, number 55, Jacob Horrell. Left defense, number 16, Charlie Hager. Right defense, number 9, Zach Zaccardi. Goal, number 95, Espen Rieger. Missouri State head coach is Cody Blevins. Assistants B.J. Norman and Jeremiah Brannon.
Who is that? Who's in there?
Hello, Missouri State. This might be your backyard, but this is our house. and you just stepped inside. You shouldn't have.
Turns and shoots, he scores! Turns and shoots, he scores! Turns and shoots, he scores! He scores! He scores! He scores!
Now that you're here, we want to play a game.
And now, Panthers fans, get loud as we meet the starting six for your Drury University Panthers! At left wing, a senior from Tampa, Florida, number 37, Patty Labutis. At right wing, a sophomore from Clearwater, Florida, number 16, Richard Bizant. At center, a sophomore from Baldwin, Missouri, number 26, Caleb Limpert. At left defense, a senior from Fenton, Missouri, number 2, Neil Serrato. At right defense, a senior from Plattsburgh, Missouri, number 86, Gannon Stagel. And in goal, a senior from Baldwin, Missouri, number 30, Garrett Lippert. The Panthers are led by head coach Brett Lathan, assistant coach Mitch Munson, and Jeremy Osgood. The Panthers' athletic trainer is Sarah Robinson, and strength coach is Corey Roy. The Panthers are joined tonight by 6-year-old Finley Hoskins, 7-year-olds Camden Meinhardt, Thatcher Garcia, Rylan Jordan, and 8-year-old Eli Bays and Tegan Jackson, and 9-year-old Sir Thomas Higdon, all participants in the Little Panthers program. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to continue standing if you're able. And gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Once again, our national anthem finishes things up for the pregame as we get ready for period number 1 between Missouri State and Drury. Again, Drury the home team, Missouri State the visitor, and it will switch next season. This, I believe, now is the 3rd time, make that the 4th if you count this weekend, that Missouri State has been the visitor on their home rink. And of course, Drury considers this their home rink. Espen Rieger, as you look on Web Sports Radio to the right, getting his crease set and ready. Garrett Limpert just about to do the same for his. We are almost ready for period number 1. 3rd of 4 games here this weekend. Coming in to take the draw for the Panthers was Caleb Limpert, and for Missouri State, it was Jacob Horrell. Off the draw, the puck will immediately get put into the Drury zone. We'll get a face-off. 9 seconds in, and we have a stoppage. And 1 shot on goal, too. Face off to the right of the goaltender Limpert. We'll do it all again. Horrell does not win the draw. Panthers control. They'll have it behind their own net. Work it out to center. Oh, immediately we're going to get a penalty, a tripping call. Jamison McGrath will go in for tripping, and immediately the Panthers are on the power play. That didn't take long. "21 seconds. So the Panthers get a chance to potentially take the lead like they did yesterday. At 1:15, Labutus got the goal.
Number 92, Jamison McGrath. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 21 seconds.
So that's the call, is the Panthers are on the power play. It'll be Riley O'Connor with it left side. He shoots in, save by Espen Rieger. Rebound out to the far side. Louis Fournier with it. Had a goal in yesterday's game, shovels it off to Devin Gilligan. Now Gilligan gets a return pass, I believe. No, that's Cardinal number 8, not 6. So here's Cedric with it. Over to Fournier. He looks right side, that is. O'Connor. Power play for 119. O'Connor's pass gets deflected, stays in though. Far side to Neil Serrato. Backhander by Serrato connects to Louis Fournier. Has some room in front. He tried to wrap around. He does, and by the time the goaltender gets to it, the puck didn't materialize, and now we get the net dislodged. We'll have a stoppage in play. So Fournier had the right idea. He was trying to maybe bank it off the goaltender in, but by the time Rieger had stretched out, he was far away from having it bank off of him, and there was a lot of sticks and bodies in front. So we'll do it all again. Richard Bazant comes in for Missouri State. It is Will Cassou. Ice Bears win it. Puck flipped off the boards. It's cleared out to center. Gannon Stagel with it. 56 seconds remaining in the power play. Puck flips over to the far side. Now it'll be worked by Garrett Limpert. Trying to kick it through. He's double teamed on a couple of Ice Bear moves. One of them is Zach Sicardi to kick it through. Stays in. Left side. Power play for 40 seconds. Drive in. It's blocked in front. That came from Schmidt, and it was blocked in front maybe from Colton Reedman, who is able to send it in clear, and a much needed clear for Missouri State. Well, we're past the mark where 3 goals were scored yesterday. That quickly, and now we get an offside. In yesterday's game, Labutus at 1:15, Ringhofer at 1:25, and then at 2:03, Culleton to make it a 2-1 Missouri State lead, and then things settled after that. Face-off outside the zone. Ice Bears have it, and former member of the Drury Panthers, Hunter Finley, clears it. Former member of the Division I squad, that is. As Drury transitioned from Division III to Division II to Division I, all in 3 years consecutively. Power play is expired. McGrath out. We're back to 5-on-5. Stigl with it, looking over right out in front, and a score as the rebound is picked up. Schmitz will get it. The first save was made by Rieger, but Caleb Schmitz gets his second goal of the season, and it's once again 1-0 Drury. There will be an assist after the save by Rieger on the first shot, but then the putback makes it a 1-0 game. We'll hear the call from Kevin Klein.
Panthers goal, his second of the season, scored by number 24, Caleb Schmitz. Assisted on the play by number 26, Caleb Limpert, and number 86, Gannon Stagel. Time of the goal, 2:32. Schmitz, his second of the season, from Limpert and Stagel at 2:32.
That's the call there, as it's a 1-0 lead, and once again, it has been the visitors to score the first goal of the game. Missouri State had scored in 9 of 12 coming into this series. Now it is 9 of 15. Make that 9 of 13, and then the 2 this weekend. So 9 of 15 that they have scored the first goal. But not here this week. We're going to get a penalty. It's a delayed call. It goes against Drury. Ice Bears with it. Up in front is Cooper. He scores! A delayed penalty was upcoming, and Missouri State has tied the game. It's 1-1. So the Ice Bears, just like they did yesterday, come back just as quickly. Cooper will get it, and that for Cooper is his 9th of the season. We'll get the call. It may be Cooper unassisted. But a 1-1 game here. Yesterday it was 10 seconds apart. A little longer here.
Delayed penalty on Drury. Number 12, Jake Lyons. 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of that penalty, 3:13. Missouri State goal at the 3:13 mark. Scored by number 44, Isaac Cooper. Assisted by number 28, Jacob Holly. And number 7, Colton Reedman. Cooper from Holly and Reedman at 3:13.
It's a 1-1 contest here. 5-3 are the shots. On the delayed penalty, which goes into the penalty minute marks. Here come the Panthers. They bring it across the Missouri State line, and Zach Forrestal is able to break it up. Comes out to center, and Patrick Labutus. Panthers with a quick change, dumped in by Stagel. And Missouri State and Hunter Finley. On the goal just moments ago, Hawley gets an assist. He is a former Drury Panther on the Division I squad, where he was. 15:20 to go in the period. Play back down into the Panthers, into the ice. Here they come. Drury across the line, work it into the zone. Getting upended momentarily was Labutus. It's cleared out to center. Racing for the Ice Bears, Eddie Bossler. Broken up, taken away from him, but stays in the zone, and the Ice Bears have pressure. Jacob Cohen on the ice now. Puck flipped to the corner. Missouri State with possession. Left side, it's Williams. Now to the right. Drive comes in. Stick on the ice. Someone either dropped it or broke it, and the puck is taken away and sent back out for Missouri State to reset. Across the line now to Alexander. He'll work it in a drive that is held onto by Garrett Limpert. 14:35 to go in the period, and a 1-1 game. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for joining us, along with Scott Lutzke, keeping us on the air. There's Scott. And Gabby Marler with great camera work here this weekend. Play at center. Trying to tip it ahead was Jake Lyons. Pulled off of Lyons' stick and dropped down to Tyler Sillenpaw. He'll work it around the corner, around Colton Reedman. Puck off the boards. Lyons trying to send it back. Jake Lyons had a goal against East Texas Baptist October 3rd. That's his only point of the season. Puck taken away. It's tipped, no icing. Jamison McGrath will race down for Missouri State. Avoids a check. McGrath still with it. Tried to center it up. It'll be taken by the Ice Bears. Charlie Hager. Left side, he shoots, and he missed wide. Right side now it goes to Zach Sicardi. Try to work it up, but instead it gets deflected to the right point and out by Lyons, and all the way down, no icing. Line change for both teams. Missouri State now with Alex Ringhofer. Ringhofer with a drive in. He missed it wide. Ringhofer a goal and an assist yesterday. 13:20 to go in this period. Shots are what the game score was yesterday, 5-4 Missouri State. Now we have a stoppage in play. Well, the game score was 5-4. The shots are 5-4 in favor of Drury right now. Draw one again. Ringhofer with it. Drive comes in. Steered aside by Limpert. Worked up the middle. Nothing doing there. Taken away by the Panthers, and they clear it off the boards all the way down. Do we get an icing? One official says yes. The other agrees. Icing will bring it back. With 12:58 to go in the period. .12:55 remains. Play is underway. Panthers with it. But kicked out to center. And it'll be Neil Serrato after the play comes back in the zone. May not have cleared. Panthers and Serrato cross the line. Serrato still with it. Looking to get it in front. Tipped away by Zach Zaccardi. Chipped out to center. Culleton now. Good move as he feeds Jacob Hawley with a backhander. He missed wide. Ice Bears complete a change. And they're looking to take the lead here. Puck is out to center. Good race by Louis Fournier as he beats almost everyone, gets to the puck. That's hustle for you there. Now O'Connor. Work behind the net. Zach Forstall steals for Missouri State. Forstall will send it out and all the way in. Zach, last point, a goal against Bradley October 23rd. Now Drury into the zone. A shot from the left side handled by Rieger. That one came off the stick of Cardinal. Puck chipped out to center. Here come the Ice Bears. A 2-on-1 developing. Here's Cooper to Hawley. He shoots. Oh, what a save. Huge save by Limpert. He fought off the puck. He made the save, and it's still a 1-1 game. As the Ice Bears developed that 2-on-1. It started from the opposite rink, or the opposite zone. Big save there by Limpert. 11:06 to go in the period. Panthers bring it across the line. They're triple teamed. Goes behind the net. Williams is there to slap it off the board. Stays in right point. Drop down low to Cartwright. Cartwright centering pass, and twice did Brody Bean get an attempt right to the left of the goaltender, and Espen Rieger holds on to that. That's about as good an opportunity and as good a save you're going to see. Bean comes in, wins it against Williams. Drive steered wide and cleared out to center. 10:38 to go in the period. Big hit at the Ice Bears bench as Bean was hit by John Hager. Penalty coming up. It'll go against Missouri State. Reedman will get called. Looks like a slash. Or excuse me, that's a trip. second penalty, second power play now for the Panthers. Second consecutive tripping penalty against Missouri State.
The number 7, Colton Reedman, 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9:39.
Second power play now. 5 for 27 are the Panthers. Shot is blocked up top by Alexander. Behind the net, rolls all the way around and makes its way to the right point. Off of O'Connor, and it's out to center ice. Panthers across the line. O'Connor now to Serrato. Taken away. Ice Bears Trevor Alexander, one-on-one. He gets a drive in. That's blocked by Cardinal. 1:09 to go on the power play. 1-1 game. Here is a pass that comes through Cody Larenko. Now to O'Connor. Up top. Moving away from everybody is Fournier. Back to O'Connor. It's stolen and taken away, but off of McGrath's stick, and he'll chase it down behind the net. In the Panthers zone, 42 seconds remaining. The Ice Bears shorthanded. McGrath gets interfered with. The Ice Bears bench is calling for a penalty. The officials say no. So play continues. Sent in past Ringhofer's stick. Driven out with 25 remaining in the power play in a 1-1 game. Bazant looking for somebody in front. Doesn't get it to him, so he'll shovel it off to Schmitz. Back to Bazant. Centered pass out in front. They score. Patrick Labutis gets a power play goal. And it's a 2-1 lead for Drury. So a power play goal for Drury. Labutis will get his second straight goal of the season, or of the series, that is, this weekend. And for Labutis, that'll be his fourth this year.
Panthers goal, a power play goal. His fourth of the season, scored by number 37, Patty Labutis. Assisted on the play by number 16, Richard Bazant. Time for the power play goal, 11:28.
So Labutis on the power play. Bazant will also get an assist. That adds to his consecutive string now. So a multi-point game, and it's 2-1 in favor of the home team, Drury Panthers. Puck driven all the way down for an icing call. 2:26. No, that's the time. 8:08 to go in the period. I was noticing it is a fast game here. We like fast games. Yesterday seemed fairly fast, but not fast enough if you were watching the Division I game. Nobody had scored in that contest until 51 seconds in overtime, and Drury ends up winning that game on KT Walters' goal on the 3-on-3 overtime scenario. This puck hits the roof of the arena, and we'll have the faceoff coming outside the zone. Shot 7-5 in favor of Drury. Draw one, Panthers have, but it's taken away and shot on goal by Charlie Hager, who got 2 assists in yesterday's game for 11 points for him. The leader in assists for Missouri State is Isaac Cooper. He has 10 this season to go with his 8 goals for 18 points. Now the Panthers bring a 3-on-2, now a 3-on-3 into the zone. Fournier backhander through, went right through the Backside of the crease, comes right out in front and a drive as Fournier picked it up. He partially fanned on the shot, but it gave Rieger a chance to make the save. 7:32 to go in the period. And a 2-1 game still. 2:32, Schmitz his second for Drury. Cooper his ninth at 3:13. And then on the power play, Labutus his fourth at 11:28. Back behind the Missouri State net to Tyler Culleton now. Oh, he fanned on the shot. Fournier steals. He shoots in and a glove save. Rieger will hold on. Rieger's last game was a victory. 4-3 over Nebraska Omaha on October 11th. Stopped 53 of 56. That's a new career high in shots. Previous career high was stopping 51 of 56 against Dort on February 24th of last season. Panthers steal right out in front and a save by Rieger as Cardinal had the opportunity. Second time in a row Missouri State has coughed up the puck in their own defensive end. 6:40 to go in the period. Backhander out in front by Eifert, and it's covered up by Garrett Limpert. Caleb is the one that got an assist in yesterday's game. He has 4 goals and 6 assists this season. Garrett is the goaltender. Draw one. Spun over to the far side. Getting hit for his efforts, Trevor Alexander. Now a foursome behind the net. Puck kept in. Here is Finley with a drive. Far side once again for the Ice Bears. Tried to center it through the middle, and it goes off the stick of Alexander. Hits the back of Nick Lowe. We're going to get a penalty. Goes against Drury. The Ice Bears will get the goaltender out. Getting hit was Finley. Delayed call. Puck coming in, but it's touched up by the Panthers. So now with a chance to tie the game is Missouri State. After a penalty right there, you can see the lower part of the screen on that replay. So in the box, Brody Bean. Second penalty, first power play for Missouri State.
Number 15, Brody Bean. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 14:04. Bean, 2-minute minor for cross-checking at 14:04.
Remember, the other one was a delayed penalty where a goal was scored. So first power play for Missouri State. Puck's in all the way around for Hawley. To the half boards, it's taken and cleared. Zach Forrestal, back of his own zone. Zach will be our first period intermission guest. Puck past Forrestal and cleared. Cooper back to pick it up. Now coming to 5 minutes remaining in the period. 1:04 to go in the power play. Cooper right side. Cooper still with it. Had it taken away and cleared immediately by Drury. Drury's penalty kill 68.8%. You wouldn't know it right now. And Hawley has some room, looking for a centering pass, and Hager just missed. He had an open net, don't know how it missed, but he missed it wide. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Kasu with a drive in and kicked out. Far side once again. Hager pulled away from the play, cleared out to center. That may do it for the power play. Eight seconds to go. Missouri State now out of their own zone. Hawley sends it ahead, gets it to Ringhofer with a drive at the expiration of the penalty. Ice Bears keep it. Well, no, apparently they don't. The official says no. 3:51 to go in the period. In a 2-1 Drury lead. Both teams with a line change now. Draw one, Panthers will have it. They'll send it down in. Rieger, nice play to flip the puck off of his stick into his glove, and he'll make the save. So the face-off in the Ice Bears zone, we're going to get a penalty apparently, so that's the reason for the stoppage. Tyler Culleton is in the net, let me take that back, penalty box.
Number 26, Tyler Culleton, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 16:19. Culleton, 2-minute minor for cross-checking at 16:19.
So the third power play for the Panthers, 3 penalties, 6 minutes assessed to Missouri State. Right out in front, the puck rolls to Limpert. He'll hold on. 1:36 remains. So back and forth here, penalty-wise. Shots 9-8. That favors Drury. Scrum on the far side. Dug out by the Panthers. Brought across the line. A 4-on-3 drive in. Good save as Serrato's shot was steered aside by Rieger. O'Connor has it on the line. Kept in. It's good. O'Connor draws it down low. Gets around the stick check of Williams. Goes from Cardinal to O'Connor. Just missed. Puck played with a high stick, and they're going to call this one as Fournier claims it was shoulder length. It was not. It was above his head when it made contact. Play is going to come to, should go in the Drury into the ice, and it will. As we get a penalty that has been assessed to Cody Lorenko. Penalties even up. 3 penalties, 6 minutes.
Drury penalty to number 77, Cody Lorenko. 2-minute minor for hooking. Time of the penalty, 17:28. Lorenko, 2-minute minor for hooking at 17:28.
So we skate 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds. Here's a drive in by Labutis, steered aside by Espen Rieger. $18 seconds remaining. Cooper sends it over right side, drive and a save, rebound, they score! It's an even strength goal. Cooper will get the goal on the putback. And for Cooper, his 9th of the season. The Ice Bears had it. The first shot may have hit the post. The rebound, Cooper puts it home on a 4-on-4 scenario for Missouri State, and they have tied it up. It's 2-2.
Missouri State goal, his second of the game, scored by number 44, Isaac Cooper. Assisted on the play by number 48, Eddie Bossler, and number 7, Colton Reedman. Time of the goal, 18:11. Cooper, his second of the game, from number 48, Eddie Bossler, and number 7, Colton Reedman at 18:11.
Yeah, second. I believe I called it his 9th goal, but he already has one, so it's number 10 for him this season. So the Ice Bears on Cooper's 10th have tied this up. 45 seconds now remains in power play number 2 for Missouri State. Again, still in the box is Cody Larenko. .117 to go in the period. In a 2-2 contest. Ice Bears win the draw. They have the power play. Drive by Eifert goes wide. Puck is taken away and cleared out to center.
One minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute remaining.
Here come the Ice Bears across the line. Ringhofer looks, instead crossover to Zaccardi. Off of Zaccardi's stick. Playing the point is Ringhofer. Is it cleared? No, kept in. Ringhofer again waits, he shoots. It's blocked in front. Behind the net. Ice Bears looking for it again. Right out in front, Hager with a drive, and it is denied. 30 seconds to go, we're back to 5-on-5. Ice Bears have it again, snapshot missing wide by Culleton. Puck cleared out to center. Panthers thought it was played with a high stick. The officials say no. Hager with now 10 seconds to go. Tipped past Kasu. Culleton with 5. Culleton races forward. Culleton waits. He shoots. Save. Limpert. Rebound out in front. And that should do it for the period. Fast and furious first period.
At the 2:32 mark for Drury. Second goal of the season, scored by number 24, Caleb Schmitz, assisted by number 26, Caleb Limpert, and number 86, Gannon Stegel. At the 3:13 mark, Missouri State goal, scored by number 44, Isaac Cooper, assisted by number 28, Jacob Holly, and number 7, Colton Reedman. Drury goal at 11:28, a power play goal. His 4th of the season, scored by number 37, Patty Labutis, assisted by number 16, Richard Bizant. And to close out the first period, scoring at the 18:11 mark, Missouri State goal. His second of the game, scored by number 44, Isaac Cooper, assisted by number 48, Eddie Bossler, and number 7, Colton Reedman. During this first intermission,
So that's the scoring, thanks to Kevin Klein. A 2-2 game as you take a look at the shots on goal. Make that Espen Rieger facing 10, Garrett Limpert facing 11. Power plays, Panthers are 1 for 3, Missouri State 0 for 2. Penalties, each should have 3 for 6, with that delayed penalty also, Scott, being added into the scoring total, I believe. But right now, it is a 2-2 game after 1 period of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will hear from Zach Forstall coming up in just a moment. It's a replay, an oldie but goodie. 2-2 after 1.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Back to Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with another assistant captain of the Ice Bears, and Zach Forstall. And Zach, 4 goals, 12 assists last season. You got a couple of power play goals, so you feel comfortable now?
Yeah, I feel pretty good this year. Coming into this year, I feel real comfortable out there. Can't wait to see how the year goes out for us.
Well, last year was a situation where, we've been talking about it for basically ever. You guys have a great record, 24-6-2. And unfortunately, you get to the MACA playoffs, then you lose in double overtime, and then you find out you didn't even make nationals. It's got to be tough for this group.
Yeah, it really wasn't ideal. Obviously, we want to make nationals, and obviously we want to win playoffs and everything. So it really sucked that we lost in double OT, and then to find out that we were like one spot out of making nationals, that really sucked too. But we only lost one person last year from our team, and I think we're going to come back this year ready to roll.
Yeah, that was going to be my next statement, is that this is a team that you guys have been playing together for a while. It's not that old of a team. When you look at it, you have 4 seniors, 7 juniors, and 13 sophomores on the team. So it's going to be around for a while, and you guys can grow together. What do you think is something that the team needs to do this year, either change or improve from last year?
Just for the most part, I think we need to communicate more better on the ice. We didn't do a very good job of that, I don't think, last year, but starting at practice and everything right now, it looks pretty good for us. It looks like we're talking a lot and communicating much better.
Without going too in depth, because I know that there's probably some secrets that you might be sharing, but when you didn't communicate, was it just, telling each other what your intentions were, or what kind of communication did you think was lacking?
I just think it was really not off the ice. I think on the ice we just really didn't help each other out very much, like helping out and like telling us where each other out and talking, like trying to help our teammates out. I feel like we're pretty silent out there, but yeah, for the most part.
And that's what I was getting at, was that kind of a scenario there. Zach Forrestal is our guest. For those that may have missed our interviews before, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a medical sales person, so salesperson.
Okay, and the medical field, because why?
That's what my dad does. So
there you go.
Yeah, I kind of want to do what he does a little bit.
He's probably teaching you're learning the ropes from him, so it's not like you're going to walk in cold, right?
Yeah, I know. He's been helping me out. He's been telling me what he does and like certain things, and like trying to set me up for the best I can be set up.
Have you had a situation where you just kind of start talking about something, and then you tell somebody, and you say, oh, well, you need this medical device, and they're like, how do you know about that?
No, not yet, but there is definitely some things that I do know that some people probably don't from that area.
That's always a good thing when you can kind of have the jump in scenarios like that. And medical device sales is probably a pretty good
I would imagine. I would hope so, but I don't really know. I haven't really done much research about it, so hopefully it is. But I would say for the most part, it's pretty interesting, and I'm really excited to start looking into stuff about that.
What's one of the things that you like about Missouri State hockey?
I just like our team, and I just like everyone, how we're so close together, and we're just like a big group of friends that just like hang out and have a good time. And then when it comes down to it, we just get serious when we need to be serious on the ice, and it's just a good time.
And you don't have to say this just because you're on this team, but is this the best team you've ever been on?
Yeah, for sure. Mostly when I grew up, most of my teams, obviously I was close with them too, but I never really experienced a lot of winning until I came to Missouri State at that aspect.
And that's got to be great when you do put the W's on the board, but do you feel like the team is not necessarily expecting W's, in the fact that, it's a good team, you're a good team, but there's a difference between knowing you're a good team and expecting W's, and then that can hurt you sometimes.
Exactly, yeah.
4 goals I mentioned last year. Do you remember them?
I probably like 1 or 2, not very many, no.
Okay, take us through one of them.
Well, I don't know where to start, but I guess I give you probably maybe one of my power play goals. I remember I got a pass, I think it was from Coley, and Coley passed it to me, and then I shot it, and then I just went in the back of the net somehow.
Did you see it go in, or was it one of those, hey, everyone's cheering, I guess he scored?
Yeah, I didn't really see it go in, but I think Chuck was in front of the net at the time, and he started celebrating, so I was like, all right, I guess it went in.
Has there been a time where you scored and they announced the wrong player? And
No, not at the time I've been at Missouri State. No, not
well, that's
for the most
good.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to mess that up. Now, I've probably called it wrong before, and had to recorrect myself. I wouldn't put that past me. But let's talk about the team and some of the players. Who right now is kind of that leader? I mean, I know you have your captains, but who do you think is more of a leader? We can say whether it's in the locker room before games or maybe when you guys are practicing, but who comes to mind?
I wouldn't say there's a specific person. I'd say there's more of like a group of people like the upperclassmen. I would say they come in with the mentality of like when we're on the ice, it's serious, we get our stuff done, and then off the ice we like bring the fun, have all the fun things.
Zach Forstall's joining us. You're a sophomore, I believe, right?
No, I'm a senior this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, a senior. It's an SR, not an SO. My apologies on that. But you've had a chance to kind of get through this team where you've seen the growth.
Yeah.
And do you remember, obviously, when you were that young kid getting here, not really knowing anything or anybody, and then maybe did you have some mentors that kind of helped you through? And then the next part of that question is, are you that mentor for somebody else?
I would say, yeah, there's definitely been people that I've looked up to when I came into here. Like, if you remember a couple years ago, Big Brock Gerhardt.
Sure.
He's a big leader. He was a big leader for our team at the time, and he kind of like showed everybody what it was to get things done, have a good time. And I'd say the same thing with like Jacob Holmstrom and like Vinny Conti and stuff like that. And then I wouldn't necessarily say I would hope people look up to me as a leader on the team and like look up to me as someone they want to aspire to be like when they're a senior too.
Who is the most inspirational on the team?
I would have to say Espen Rieger.
What does he do?
He's just always in a good mood no matter what. When he comes to the rink, nothing else. He's always in a good mood, always making other people, lifting other people, making them feel better, always having a good time, and he's always just a guy you can talk to if you need to talk to too.
Zach Forstall is joining us of the Missouri State Ice Bears. Who's your favorite NHL team?
The St. Louis Blues.
Who's your favorite NHL player?
My favorite NHL player is, for defense, I'd say probably Cale Makar, but then for offense, I'd have to go with the common answer of probably McDavid.
McDavid is one of those guys. He's a great offensive player, but some people think he's a little soft.
Yeah, he can be a little soft at times, but I mean, he's pretty good. He's a great player, so I really can't critique him very much.
Oh,
but
absolutely, and I'm saying what other people are saying.
Yeah.
He's definitely a good player, and he's rumored. Well, he's rumored to be all over the place if he doesn't sign his contract, but
true.
That'll be very interesting. What do you like about being at Missouri State?
I just, when I first came here, I just liked the school really in general, and even if I didn't play hockey, I met a bunch of buddies, and I just really like just the atmosphere that Missouri State brings as a whole.
Who has the best pregame ritual?
Ooh. The only one that I think I'd say probably is either Cooper Charhager, because those are the only two really I see that I think would have a pregame ritual that I see them do the same thing over and over again. But there could be many people I haven't really paid attention that much.
Are you a chirper when you're out on the ice?
Depends on the scenario, but for the most part, no, unless I'm upset.
Now, I don't want you to give this away, but hopefully you can say it in a way that you don't give it away. But is there a signature move that you found works really well on a goalie and you're going to try it again?
I can't say that I found a really good move that works for me. I just kind of just shoot the puck and hopefully it goes in.
And then somebody else cheers and you realize, oh, it's a goal.
Exactly.
Way to
exactly.
Go. There you go. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have two brothers. Yep.
They play hockey?
My middle brother, he played hockey until high school, and they stopped in college. And my other brother, he played for I think 2 years, and then didn't play anymore.
So you're the only one that still continues to play?
Yeah, I'm the only one that stuck it out for the most part.
Do you remember the first time you played hockey, whether it was in the garage or?
Yeah, I remember the first time I played hockey, it was in the garage, and then the first time I played on ice, I remember I was just crying the whole time because my feet hurt from being in the skates, and I just told my dad the whole time I wanted to get off. So.
What happened after that?
He's like, just give it a couple more shots. Come on, it's not that bad. You'll be fine. And then my brothers both stayed and played, and I was like, okay, I'll keep going. And then I was fine after that, after a couple more skates.
Now, I know you were with the team when they played outdoors in New Mexico, but have there been other places you've played outdoors?
I think one time, but it was for a high school game. It was Lindbergh. I think we played Clayton outdoors at their rink. I think they have an outdoor rink, but other than that, no. I've skated outside though, like at ponds and stuff like that though.
I know Minnesota has like a 3-on-3 tournament. Have you done anything like that?
No, I haven't.
Do you have a ritual yourself? Anything that you need to do before you get ready for a game?
Not really. Just make sure I stretch well enough, because that's really all I got. Maybe take my stick too. That's it though.
Do you have a specific way you need to take it or anything like that?
Usually after I get my skates on and my pants and everything like that, then I take my stick and try and do it like that consistently. But
okay, now there are some people that put the skates on first, then the pants. Some people put the pants on, then the skates. What way do you do it?
I put my shin pads on, and I put my pants on, and then I put my skates on. So I do it, I would say, the normal way, but for some people it's not the normal way.
Left foot first or right foot first?
Depends on the day. Sometimes I like to switch it up, but definitely left foot first most days.
Okay, I know I'm getting more into this whole ritual thing, but if you put, let's say, for instance, you put your left skate in, but you don't win the game, do you put your right skate in the next time?
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely switch it up the next day and hopefully we get the win.
There you go. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yep.
Zach Forrestal joining us of the Missouri State Ice Bears. Is there any kind of memorabilia, I guess we'll go with hockey, that you have that is your greatest possession?
I don't think so. Maybe just like just a jersey, I guess. Maybe from, I think it might have had an autograph on it, but it might have washed off at this point. But I think a jersey with an autograph on it probably.
Oh, no. You washed it with an autograph on it?
Yeah.
Are you not much of a collector of things?
I mean, I wouldn't say no. For the most part, no. I don't really collect that much stuff.
Zach Forrestal of the Missouri State Ice Bears joining us. Zach, at the end of interviews, I always wish players more goals. In this case, I do the same for you, and hopefully by the time we talk next, we'll be talking about more of the goals that you scored this year. All right. Well, thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it. All right, Zach Forrestal of the Ice Bears. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
This is what you're missing on Web Sports Radio in 30 seconds.
Well, Steve, you've probably had time to practice and learn and memorize the names of the new players, the numbers and all, and I'm just kind of coming here cold.
Dave, I am winging it. Joining me is Dan Lee. Dan, you're out of jail. Welcome.
I just happened to be coming by here to try to collect the $11.50 you owe me on our fantasy football league this year, and I still haven't got it.
I'm getting fingers, I'm getting points, I'm getting looks. Where's my director?
Hey, what are you trying to say? I haven't done this in a while? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
Well, new rule change. Everything's changed. They play hockey on feet now.
Oh, I guess that really didn't work too well, did it? It's Missouri State Hockey on websportsradio.com. Join us.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Scott Lutzke, he keeps us on the air, and Gabby Marler with fantastic camera work here today. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in as we get ready for period number 2. A lot of 2s on the board. So we have a 2-2 game. Second period. 20 minutes are on the clock. And we are ready to go. As Missouri State will skate from the left to the right, and from the right to the left, it will be the Drury Panthers. Panthers are the home team again, even though this is an away broadcast. Puck is taken away and sent into the Drury ice. Grabbed by the Panthers. They'll quickly flip it out to center ice. It'll go to Patrick Labutis. Across the line, a drive comes in. Good save as he hops up to get into position. Espen Rieger on the drive in front. Another one comes in. It's steered into the corner. That one was put on by Caleb Limpert. Oh, the official falls down, and a drive comes in, and Garrett Limpert will hold on to the puck. 19:14 to go in the period. Face off as both teams change lines will stay in the Drury end of the ice. Another game coming up after this Division I action will take place 6 p.m. Central Time. This, for a few months, will be the last time we call 6 p.m. actual 6 p.m. We go to daylight savings time after tonight. So fall back. We get a penalty here, or we get a whistle here for a stoppage in play. No penalty, I believe. Shots even up at 12 apiece. Draw one taken by Missouri State. They have a 3-on-3 into the zone. Well, they thought they did. Now it's sent in. Puck hits a stanchion in the corner. Bad bounce taken away by Fournier, and he'll have it. Through the center ice area. Broken up. Missouri State with possession. I'll tell you one thing that's interesting about having pink ice. With white ice, you cannot tell, for the most part, where the wet spots are. You can definitely tell how wet the ice is with the pink on the ice. And there are some spots where the puck just does not want to travel well. Ice Bears keep it in. They have a 2-2 game. Drive is blocked. Louis Fournier has positioning. He gets around Forrestal, and Forrestal takes him out, but Fournier gets a shot, and he also takes the goaltender out. And we get a stoppage in play. Should be no harm, no foul in this, but we'll see as we get an idea of just how this happened. So far, so good. Everything, as far as the officials go, is copacetic. Line change for both teams. Face-off, I believe, is coming out to center ice because they're claiming it was knocked off by the shooter. Cardinal with the drive in. Now to the corner. Brady Kangas on the ice now. Sent over to the right side. A drive that misses once again by Cardinal. Had two good opportunities in front. Now up the middle. Sillenpaw, he shoots. It's blocked in front. Around the net. Centered up the middle. Sillenpaw again with a drive, and it's deflected once again. 17:40 to go. No shots yet on this last series. Oh, big hit as an Ice Bear gets slammed into the boards. Oh, now we're going to get a penalty. Jake Lyons sent John Hager into the boards. He wasn't happy about it. We'll take a look at it here. There's the hit. And then there's the semi-cross check. I don't know. So it's going to be Hager in the box, and it's going to be Lyons in the box. So the official gets roughing and roughing. So we skate 4-on-4. Both are in the box. Lyons, Hager. This one will be John Hager. So penalties still even up 4 apiece for 8 minutes each. False face-off, we'll do it again. Caleb Limpert comes in for Drury. For Missouri State, it'll be Jake Williams. Little delay as the referee Mark Marzola explaining something to Cody Blevins, head coach of the Ice Bears. Draw one, Panthers have it.
John Hager, jury penalty to number 12, Jake Lyons. 2 minutes each for roughing. Time of the penalties, 2:27.
Roughing is the call for both of them. Puck sent all the way down, no icing. Stagel there. Trying to work at it. Gets the return pass, and he'll bring it out to center. Set things up, 1:22 remaining in the coincidentals in a 2-2 contest. Neil Serrato almost had the puck stolen by a forechecking Eddie Bossler. Bossler with 2 goals this season for Bossler. Both of them came against Nebraska September 27th. Now comes right out in front. It was deflected away from Serrato, and the Ice Bears have it 1-on-1. Bossler, as he tries to come through, the Ice Bears do get a line change. Limpert, and a big hit applied. That's going to be interference. Jake Williams will be called for interference. Although, are we going to get both? That might be a big break for Missouri State. And it is. Both will get called. It initially was, although, well, what caught my eye is there's a Panther getting escorted off the ice. I think that's Cody Larenko. But both of those penalties now, I assume, will be considered coincidental. Now, at this point, I don't believe they'll go on the board because we already have 2 penalties up on the board. Looks like interference, which was the initial call. Next time we need to tell Mark Marzola not to get so close so we can see his call. But they are helping. And we'll see if we get 5 minutes here or not. We're going to stay 4-on-4, and yes, we do have a 5. So 2 minutes has been assessed to Limpert. And 5 minutes has been assessed to Jake Williams.
Number 26, Caleb Limpert. 2-minute minor for roughing. Missouri State penalty to number 20, Jake Williams. 5-minute major for interference.
Well, those are the calls there, and it never fails. Every time we listen to the PA guy, a goal gets scored, and this time Missouri State does score this goal. We'll have to catch up everything on the scoreboard. It's a 3-on-3 goal that Missouri State has scored to make it a 3-2 game.
At 3:36, 2-minute minor, Drury, number 26, Caleb Limpert, 2-minute minor for roughing. Missouri State penalty at 3:36 to number 20, Jake Williams, a 5-minute major for interference.
And the Ice Bears score again. Let's just keep recapping penalties here. It's another 3-on-3 goal. As Missouri State and Forrestal puts it through past the goaltender Limpert. And Drury has taken a timeout, but we're going to have to get caught up on all of this. Let's see if we can hear it once again. We know Forrestal got this goal, and Forrestal, with his second of the season, this one coming at 4:08 here of the second period. And it's a 4-2 game. But again, fast and furious goals for Missouri State, who trailed in this game. Keep in mind, in 19 seconds, we will go to
Missouri State goal, scored by number 26, Tyler Culleton, assisted by number 19, Zachary Forrestal, and number 13, Carter Eifert. Time of the goal, 3:46. Culleton from Forrestal and Eifert at 3:46. Missouri State goal, scored by number 19, Zachary Forrestal, assisted by number 13, Carter Eifert. Time of the goal, 4:08. Forrestal from Eifert at 4:08.
Well, that catches us up with everything, but now the two other coincidentals have come off the board, and so we are 4-on-4 for another 34 seconds, and then it'll be a 3-minute power play for Drury. But during that 3-on-3 scenario, Missouri State scores 2 goals. And they have it again. A drive hits the crossbar. The shot by Reedman hits the crossbar. And all of a sudden, Missouri State has woken up here. They're doing it on purpose. Every time we listen to the PA, man, they score goals. Now has expired, has the penalty that was assessed to Limpert. And now 2:52 remaining in power play number 4 for the Panthers. This is a major, and Drury can score as many times as they wish. The penalty will not expire. Good chance to come back and maybe get this game tied. But they're losing possession, and they have now. Here across the line, a drive that comes in by Kasu, and it's covered up by the goaltender, Limpert. And of course, Garrett Limpert is being protected by Caleb Limpert right there. 2:26 to go in the major. Big thank you to Kevin Klein for catching us up on all the scoring. Here's Stegel. Ice Bears steal. They'll send it in on goal on a drive by Jacob Horrell. Got a goal in yesterday's game. Stegel will send it around, works its way past Hunter Finley's stick. Sent back behind the net for Finley again. Can he clear? Well, a little bit of help, and it's out to center ice. Under 2 minutes to go in the major. Now, the good thing is it's a 5-minute major for interference, and that's it. So Williams still available after the 147. Drive comes in. It's deflected away, and a good save by Espen Rieger. Rebound out in front. Labutis with a drive, and Rieger with the save. 1:37 to go on the power play. Shots now favor Missouri State 16-14. But it's a 4-2 lead for Missouri State. Again, keep in mind if you watched yesterday's game or even attended yesterday's game, it was a 2-goal lead for Missouri State with about 5 minutes left in the game, and Drury made it a 5-4 contest. Actually, we'll call it a 5-2 game because they got 2 goals in under the 5-minute mark remaining. 1:23 remains in this penalty. It's a major penalty. Drury scores. Power play continues. Puck come out to oh no, apparently it stays in onside, so Cardinal drops it down in low. O'Connor. Back to Cardinal. Drive comes in, missing wide to the left. We're at 1 minute to go on the power play. Far side again. Lowell on the goal line. Far end. Up the middle. Cardinal keeps it in. Right side drive in front by Lyons. Taken away and cleared. Actually, that was 18, not 12. That was Riley O'Connor with that drive. Ice Bears keeping it onside now. Across the line, Forrestal. He shoots in. Good block by Cardinal. Acting like a goaltender there. Oh, between the legs pass by Lorenko. Good to see him back on the ice. He had left earlier with some help by the trainer, and he's back on. 13 seconds to go on the power play. Puck over to the far side. Taken by Drury. They have possession now with 2 seconds to go. Drive comes in. It's blocked as Stegel got it, but more importantly, out of the penalty box is Jake Williams, and we are back to 5-on-5. Drury with no goals in that entire scenario, starting with a 3-on-3. Missouri State with 2 goals. That was Culleton, his 8th at 3:46, 3-on-3, and Forrestal his 2nd at 4:08, 3-on-3. .11:17 remaining in this period. Second period intermission guest will be Jamison McGrath. Another oldie but goodie. Penalty coming up against Missouri State. And all of a sudden, another opportunity. Right there, you see the penalty. Cross check. Into the box, Aiden Burke. 6 penalties, 15 minutes assessed to Missouri
15,
State.
Aiden Burke, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 8:55.
Puck sent all the way down. Limpert. He'll give it off to Caleb Schmitz. He'll bring it across the line, and it's gobbled up by Rieger. The new poll came out just yesterday. Missouri State ranked number 33, at that time at 9-4. Drury ranked number 69, at that time 5-3-1. Shots even up at 16 apiece. 4-2 Missouri State. Panthers looking to potentially get closer. I believe this is power play number 5. With all those other penalties, lost track. Puck is sent all the way down. Another penalty coming up. This going against Drury, but I don't understand why the play has not been ruled dead yet. Goaltender has come out. Now it's finally touched up and controlled. So a penalty against Drury will be upcoming, and we'll skate 4-on-4. Thanks, Scott, for confirming 5th power play. Although right now that has just ended with Caleb Schmitz in the box. Six penalties, 12 minutes now assessed to the Panthers.
Drury penalty to number 24, Caleb Schmitz. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 9:59. Schmitz, 2-minute minor for cross-checking at 9:59.
So here comes Fournier in the zone. This pass is deflected. It's out to center. Ice Bears trying to bring it into the zone. That is a delayed offside, as the puck itself rolled in prior to everybody else, as both players were fighting for the puck on the line. So offside will be the call. Face-off outside the zone. In 28 seconds, it'll be a power play for Missouri State, and that will be number 3 for them. Panthers with it. They'll bring it out to center. Delayed offside. And Missouri State with control. Here's Culleton. Across the line. Gets around the stick check of Serrato. Culleton with it still. Now the power play is on. Number 3 for Missouri State. Zaccardi, backhander in, pad save. Rebound, Eifert scrambles for it. Sillenpaw is able to clear though, and it's out to center ice. So the 3rd power play now for Missouri State. Intercepted by Sillenpaw, and he'll clear it down. 33 seconds remain. 4-2 Missouri State. We'll go over the goals next stoppage. Here's Ringhofer. He shoots, blocked by Anson Kyle on the ice now. Shot in. That one is saved by Limpert on the deflection from Hawley. Now out in front. Hager with a shot. Limpert with the save. Sillenpaw. He's there. Can he clear? No. Ice Bears keep it in. Drive in. Save as the shot from Zaccardi goes up over the net. Stays in play. Now we're back to 5-on-5 as the power play has expired. And it's cleared back out. The Ice Bears need to clear the zone. Racing to get out is Hager. Ice Bears bring it into Culleton. Tipped away. Cooper couldn't grab it. Fournier off the boards. He'll carry it down in. Turned away at center and flipped up into the netting, and we should have a face-off. It'll come maybe at center, or are we going to bring it just outside? Yeah, we'll bring it just outside the Missouri State end. .732 to go in the period. 4-2 lead for Missouri State. Down the right side, Isaac Cartwright has the only shorthanded goal for Missouri State this season. Did I just say that? No, for Drury. Has the only shorthanded goal for Drury this season. Puck sent in for the Panthers to set it up to Serrato. .657 to go. Oh, getting his stick knocked out of his hands was Kasu. Shot by Hawley wide. Cleared out to center and grabbed by Nick Lowe. Brings it across the line into the Missouri State zone. Panthers with a line change. 6:38 to go in the period. 20-16 in favor of Missouri State on the shot count. Puck flipped out and brought in briefly by Forstall and sent down for Stiegel. Cardinal just out of the reach of Jake Williams, who was looking to intercept. Now to go to Cardinal. 7 goals, 4 assists for Cardinal this season. Cedric second with 11 points this season. Second in scoring, that is. Now a drive missing wide by Limpert. Right out in front, a save. Kept in, Limpert again, looking left side, drive, oh, what a save! Richard Bazant looking for a goal and a huge save by Rieger, and we get a stoppage in play with 5:30 to go in the period. Face off outside. The zone, that is. Cardinal with it. Sillenpaw. He brings it in offside. .5:14 to go in the period. Scoring. Caleb Schmitz at 2:32 the first. Cooper 3:13, 1-1. Labutus on the power play. And it is a 2-1 game for Drury, with the Missouri State with Cooper, Culleton, and Forstall 4-2 in favor of the Ice Bears, as Limpert will cover this one up. Now under 5 minutes remaining. Face off to the right of Limpert. Sillenpaw in to take the draw with Trevor Alexander. And the Ice Bears do not control it. Behind, past Parker. Fanning on it was Horrell. Now over to Charlie Hager. It's blocked. Looking for it is Alexander again. Puck taken away. Sillenpaw brings it out to center ice. Flipped down in by Jake Lyons with 4:34 to go in the period. Penalty coming up. And it's a drive. It's going to go against Drury. It's a cross check. As Jamison McGrath was able to pick up the puck and get a shot on, but Anson Kyle will go. for the cross-check. 7 penalties, 14 minutes against the Panthers. Missouri State now on power play number 4.
5, Anson Kyle, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 15:37.
1:50 remaining in the power play. Ice Bears look to center the puck. Forstall keeps it down in low to Kasu behind the net. Working in front. Finley is there, but it doesn't get to him. Kept on the line. Well, no, Forstall couldn't hold it in. So Missouri State to clear and set it up once again back of their own zone. Quickly centered up off of Kasu, or take that back off of Cooper. Cooper with it. They feed it over to Forstall. Back to Cooper, left, make that the right side. Drive comes in, tipped by Hawley. Finley, that is. Tipped over. Kasu dumps his man in the corner. Stays into Hawley. Now taken away. Here might be a 2-on-1. Fournier, shovel pass, gets it to Stiegel with a drive, and it's blocked into the corner. Rebound out in front again with a drive and a save. The rebound chopped out in front, and we're going to get a puck played with a high stick. So a break for Missouri State with the puck played by a high stick. .55 seconds remains in the power play. Face-off outside. Now 47 to go. Puck chipped down in. Hager will bring it across the line. Nice play as they send it over to Culleton from the return from Eifert, and it gets deflected up and out of play. 3 minutes exactly remains in this period. Panthers were saying puck should come outside the zone, but it was deflected by Drury. Culleton in with Limpert. Ice Bears win. Shove it over right side to the left side. Now to Eifert. His shot blocked. Hager. Culleton's shot misses. Left side, Zaccardi. It's cleared out to center. Here's going to be a break. Caleb Limpert, short-handed. Limpert, backhander. He shoots, and a save. Puck goes under Limpert. He falls on it. Ice Bears want to delay a game. That doesn't happen. Missouri State comes the other way. 5 seconds left in the power play. Culleton's shot. It's blocked. We're back to 5-on-5. Far side to Sillenpaw. Tips it out to center. Lead pass. They break it to Kyle. He has it down the right side, cut off by Reedman. 2:10 to go. Here is Jake Williams. Pass to Eifert. Goes behind the net. Tipped into the corner on a good play by Cardinal, but Missouri State will drop it down in low. Centered, back behind the net. Devin Gilligan, I believe. No, it is Gilligan who sent it over to Cardinal. So he is on the ice now. Wearing number 6, puck is sent in and held by Rieger. 1:43 to go in this period. Shots now 22-21. They favor Missouri State. Face off. In the Missouri State zone. Back behind the net. Drury with possession. Sent around by Brody Bean. Kept in by Gilligan. He'll have it left side drive. It is deflected off the stick of Cartwright. 1:20 to go. Gilligan with a drive. It's blocked. Missouri State has a 2-on-1. Across the line into the zone for Williams. Tipped away from him. Centered it through. Nothing doing there. And the Ice Bears will have it back of their own zone.
1 minute remaining in the second period. 1 minute remaining.
Driven in for the Panthers, and Ben Parker now. Ice Bears have it again. Dropped down low by Aiden Burke with 42 seconds remaining. Fournier with it. 2-on-2. Lourenco back to Fournier. Looking for the centering pass, broken up by Missouri State. Taken by Bossler, now sent ahead. Horrell with the drive, and he missed wide. 20 seconds to go. Oh, Horrell lost his stick. He's pushing at Serrato. They jaw at each other. Meanwhile, the play comes up to center. Officials still looking at the jawing going on. 5 seconds remains. Serrato and Horrell still talking at each other. And that will do it for the period. Official looked straight at everything. Now, Lourenco comes in and bumps Horrell into Serrato. Jamison McGrath in the middle of things. Colton Reedman, too. I assume cooler heads will prevail. Take a look at the shots on goal in the period. 11. We'll hear the recap here.
For Missouri State, the 3:46 mark. Goal scored by number 26, Tyler Culleton, assisted by number 19, Zachary Forstel, and number 13, Carter Eifert. Missouri State goal at 4:08, scored by number 19, Zachary Forstel, and assisted by number 13, Carter Eifert. Don't forget, there is still time to go up to the second.
Well, that's the recap there. 11 shots on Garrett Limpert, two-period total of 22. And 10 shots, Espen Rieger, two-period total of 21. Power plays 0 for 4 were Missouri State, and 1 for 5 were the Panthers. And 7 for 14 minutes assessed to the Panthers, 6 for 15 minutes assessed to Missouri State. You heard the goals as they both are Missouri State affairs. 4-2 after 2 periods of play. Take a break, and when we come back, Jamison McGrath will be our guest. We'll do that in just a moment. After 40, it's a 2-goal lead for Missouri State.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park. Steve Casson now with one of the captains of the Ice Bears and Jamison McGrath. And hey, a 2-game goal scoring streak. Now, all right, it was last season against Drury, but you know, you come in and if you maybe if you think about it that way, this weekend's going to be successful, right?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it on 3 games.
So you finally got, I mean, I don't know. When I say this, I don't mean it in a bad way, but you finally got on the scoreboard goal-wise. What are you going to do this season that you did the last couple of games to grab a couple extra? And it's not to say that you're not working out there. You're working all the time out there.
Right. I think it's a confidence thing, you know, taking my time with the puck, making sure I'm getting the good shots that I need to. But, you know, like you said, I know my role out there, and I'm definitely not a goal scorer, but there's other things on the ice that you can do to help the team out.
Now, you've become a captain. And do you remember when you first got to Missouri State, did you ever think that you'd wear that C?
No, not really. Looking up to Zach Drummond and those older guys, you know, watching them, they were real leaders, and, you know, not to say that I'm not, but those guys I really looked up to, and for me to be in those shoes now is pretty cool for me.
And one of the things, too, is that people don't realize, and I assume it's with Missouri State, But captains are voted on, right?
Yes, throughout the team.
So the team has to have confidence in you and to vote you in as the one of the captains. I guess the way Missouri State's doing it is you all have C's. You're all captains.
Well, no, we have one C, which is Zach Zicardi.
Okay.
And then me, Zach Forrestel, and Tyler Colton all have A's.
So you're the A's. Okay.
Yep.
So you're an A, actually, then.
Yep.
Which is fine because that still means you're kind of the boss, right?
I don't see it that way. I just, like I said earlier, help the team out wherever
Sure.
they can. Just kind of take that bearing off them.
Last year was kind of a tough situation. By all rights, you made it to nationals. But then with the auto bids and all that stuff, you got bumped out. And it's been a situation prior where Missouri State bumped out a couple of teams. So what was it like knowing that you should be there but you weren't last season?
It's kind of one of the things that it really sucks. But then, looking at it for this season, we just got to make sure we're not even close to that bubble and that we do what we can and, win the right games to be a lot higher up in that.
That's the key because you had that long winning streak and then against a team which you probably should have won both games, didn't, and that kind of you went, I think at one point you were ranked number 2 and had dropped to even 8 or 9, and that's got to be tough in a situation like that. Just one game, like why, some people think, why, I would think the same thing. Why does it matter that you lost one game? I think it was a 1-goal loss even, so
yeah,
that's just the way things are.
Yep, and it also matters on what other teams are doing and
Sure.
who they're playing and what the scores of their games are too. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, but we just got to make sure we capitalize on the games that we play.
This is relatively the same team as last year, 2 newcomers. Nice to know that it's the same people. You kind of know what to expect now, right?
Right. Yeah. When we got out there for the first practices, it was everybody's kind of got that same chemistry from last year, and I've honestly never seen probably a hotter start out of a couple practices. Everybody looks really good, and we're really excited to get on the ice.
We are talking with Jamison McGrath of Missouri State, assistant captain. I think we called you captain before, but it's all the same. Let's get to know you a little bit for folks that have not heard our numerous interviews that we've done. But what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right now, I'm actually working to do construction management, project management side. Came to Missouri State doing mechanical engineering, and then kind of throughout friends and whatnot found that construction management probably was more the path that I wanted to go, and I'm super happy I went that way. I've been loving everything I've done, all the classes, internship and work and everything, so it's been really fun, and I'm glad I made the switch.
Is there a specialty you want to get into?
Not really, no, just kind of general contractor, kind of doing it all, managing the construction.
Whether it's for a company or yourself?
I think probably for a company. If an opportunity like that arises where I feel comfortable enough to start my own company, then I'd love to, but there's a lot of things that go into it, so a lot of hard work.
Now, do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have 3 sisters. Blessed with the 3 sisters and being the only boy.
Well, when you say blessed, is it because they didn't really pick on you and they looked at you as the protector, or?
I wouldn't say they didn't pick on me. They did their fair share of picking. But no, I think I'm blessed just because, growing up with, sisters, you learn how a woman works a little bit. So learn their tendencies and, I don't know, what they want and how not to make them upset, I should say.
So where are you in the pecking order?
So I have an older sister, Ashley, and then 2 younger sisters, Bella and Josie.
I know a friend that had kind of the same scenario, and I think 2 older sisters and 1 younger, and he would go out, because sisters, siblings, they all go out and do things, and I think he just started dating a girl, and she didn't know that he had a sister, and got all upset, and how dare you do that, and that's never happened to you, has it?
Are you talking about like they didn't know or she didn't know that he had sisters?
yeah, she didn't know, or she didn't. If she did know, she didn't know, like maybe that day they were going out and doing something, or didn't even know who she looked like, and just assumed it was him going out on her, kind of a thing.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's ever happened to me.
That's always a good thing in that situation.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I've never had a sister, so I don't know what it's like. But obviously, the privacy is there, right? I assume you had your own room?
Yeah, I sure did. It was nice.
Do you remember, as we're talking with Jamison McGrath of Missouri State, when you first got on the ice?
Man, I was too young. I was about 3 years old when I first stepped on the ice. I've seen, old-time family videos and stuff, which are pretty funny. Me and my dad and uncle and cousin and, having our fun out there on the ice when you're that young. But I don't really remember the first time, but I have bits and pieces of, being young on the ice at the Merrimack Shark Tank, actually.
Okay.
Doing, learn to skates and stuff like that when I was young.
When you got exposed to hockey and then you kind of realized you liked it, did it become your favorite sport, or had you played other sports too?
I really played it all. Soccer, basketball, lacrosse in high school. But yeah, hockey was definitely my favorite sport growing up, no matter what. I think it was really the physicality and the speed of the game. Baseball you can add to that list, and I'd sit in the back and kind of kick the dirt. I was a little bored out there, so the speed of the game definitely made me fall in love with it.
Hockey's really, you could argue soccer and basketball, but in a sense, hockey's really the only sport that when you're on the ice, you're on the ice. You're always moving. You're always looking for the puck. You're always potentially checking. You're always doing something. And you could argue soccer too, and maybe basketball too, but you can also argue hockey's different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very physically demanding. And the soccer guys, they're running all across that field, and it's gigantic too. So a lot of props for that. But the shape you got to be in to play hockey is definitely a different one. It's a lot of work.
Who's your favorite NHL team?
Obviously the St. Louis Blues. Yep.
Definitely. Do you remember when they won the? Oh well, you probably remember when they won the Cup in 2019. But
absolutely.
Did you go to the parade?
I didn't. I actually had to coach that day. I was very upset, but I was doing some coaching that day.
Well, that's admirable.
Yeah, absolutely. I was on the ice.
Who's your favorite NHL player?
I was thinking about this on the way in, actually, because I figured this question would come up. I think when I was thinking about it, TJ Oshie came to mind. And I know he's done playing now, but I remember my dad telling me when I was young. My dad would always, obviously push me to, be the best you could. And there was somebody asked him, how do you get much better? Like, how do you go up from here? Because one of the greatest players. And he said there's always room for improvement, and something like that stuck with me. So just going out there and working as hard as possible has been one of my mottos for as long as I can remember.
So TJ is your guy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I'm going to give a scenario here. It's getting down to the end, and the Blues are in the Stanley Cup Finals, but you've got to play a game with Missouri State. Are you going to the finals, or are you playing that game with Missouri State?
I'm playing that game with Missouri State, no doubt. This is my team right here. You got to stay with them. That St. Louis Blues game would be awesome, but you can always watch that on TV. I'd rather be out on the ice with my guys.
So I couldn't entice you with all expenses paid, and
it'd be a tough one to let go, but I don't think so.
There you go. Jamison McGrath is joining us of the Ice Bears. Who is the most inspirational person right now on the team?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I think I got to go with Captain Z. He's one of those guys, the older guy on the team, and looked up to him a lot. He was actually my big brother in the fraternity, so looked up to him for a while, and he's always got the mentality of win and, do our best. So I think he's got it. He's got to take it.
Talking about Zach Zaccardi for folks who don't know these nicknames.
Right. Sorry.
That's all right. Who's got the strangest, or excuse me, has the strangest nickname, you think?
Oh, man. Well, one of our rookies now, Tyler Jardine, we like to call him Sardine, so that's a pretty good one. I think that's the only really crazy one that comes up to mind. We call Aiden Burke, we get him a little Turkey Berkey sometimes.
Okay.
But, yeah, nothing too crazy.
What is a game that you'll always remember? It doesn't necessarily have to be with Missouri State, but is there a game that you'll always remember?
That's tough because I'm one of those guys out there, when I go out there, I kind of just black out, and I don't remember a whole lot on the ice. But one of those games that I won't forget would be when we played up in Los Alamos.
Sure.
Obviously, the experience up there was really cool, playing in the mountains. And we had a pretty good game. I think I had an assist in that game from Horrell. I went down, shot the puck, and hit right off the goalie's knob of his stick, and then landed right down for Horrell just to tap in. So I think that was probably one of the coolest games I've played, obviously just being outside.
What I've heard about that, for people that don't know, it's in New Mexico. It is outdoors. It's in the mountains. And it is an unbelievable cool rink. What I heard, though, was that guys went into the I want to say it's the locker room, but it's the stands area where it's warm, like where you concession stands area during the game. I heard to warm up. Is that true?
Yeah, we had that going on. Also, guys having the hand warmers in the toes of your skates, and obviously in the gloves and on the bench. We even had the O2 mask or the oxygen tanks because we were playing at such a high elevation.
Sure.
And definitely made a difference. So we did everything we could to, help us stay on our game up there.
Jamison McGrath is joining us of Missouri State. One last question. Who is the best dressed?
Oh. I'm thinking game day.
Yes.
I'm going to have to give it to Charlie Hager. He always comes dressed out. He always looking good. I'll give it to him.
There you go. Well, hopefully you will look good by the end of this weekend and continue your goal-scoring streak that started last season. And every time we talk to a player, they usually end up getting goals. So I wish you more goals.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, Jamison McGrath, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Scott Lutzke, he keeps us on the air. And there's Scott. And Gabby Marler, who does our great camera work. We were going to talk to Gabby, but all of a sudden we're into, well, what is now an offside, so we can talk to Gabby. Gabby?
Yes.
How do you like the camera now?
It's good. It's good. I'm liking it more and more every day.
Okay, that is good.
Yes.
Are you liking who? Well, I guess it's hard to root because both teams are kind of home teams.
Yeah, I'm not really allowed to root, but I definitely am on the inside.
Well, we won't even talk about who you like because we've got some action going on here, and there's going to be a penalty upcoming. But now, Cooper. He is in with Lourenco, and we'll have to see how this gets sorted out. Who else is on? Charlie Hager is on in there too. It was probably Hager and Lourenco, and Hager just won't back off. Cooper is pulling him away. And I'm sure there will be a lot to be had about this scrum here. And I don't know if the officials are going to maybe kick somebody out. It's right off the face-off. So, oh, yes, it's going to be a third man in because originally it was Stagel and then coming in kind of as that third man. So I think we're going to see an ejection here. And the officials have kind of already stated that. You see Hager in there. Referees Josh Baggett and Mark Marzola talking things over here. But getting up after getting hit was Jacob Hawley. And yeah. You don't want to see that. O'Connor's in. Scott, do we have that again? That's there. Well, that's after everything. And there we go there. It is O'Connor who is kind of that third man in with the hit from behind. The fact that he is in the penalty box means maybe there is not an ejection. It's both Hager, you see, along with O'Connor. Officials still talking this over, and I still wonder if there will be an ejection here. Or at least a game misconduct. And that's what it is. Although O'Connor is going to the box, so I am confused here as to what this penalty might be. He's going back to the bench out of the box, so who do they put in? I believe it was O'Connor with that hit after. Yeah, let's take a look at this one again and see. Now that's after, there we go. So this should definitely tell you. There's the first two, and then there is O'Connor coming in with the initial secondary hit. There's the third scenario there. You see the referee telling the public address announcer, Kevin Klein, all about this. Well, your guess is as good as mine now as to just what we're going to see. A lot of finger pointing, that's for sure. They're right by our center ice camera. I think next time might have to add some audio to that feed there. All sorts of discussions now. Captains will bring over the information to their respective benches. Zach Sicardi for Missouri State. Patrick Labutis for Drury. So we know that it was Hager and Lourenco initially involved. Now, Scott, who is in the Drury penalty box? Nobody. So it's very possible that Lourenco was the one that has been removed from the game. Head coach Brett Lathan getting told what's going on. Ice Bears head coach Cody Blevins waiting impatiently or patiently as he still has yet to be told what is happening, although he knows he has one player in the box and nobody's been asked to leave. Now they're finally going over to Cody, and all this happening just 12 seconds into period number 3. In a 4-2 Missouri State lead. Drury got on the board first. Schmitz with his second, and then Cooper to make it 1-1, his 9th in the first period. Drury on the power play, Labutis with his 4th to make it a 2-1 game. Then it was 2-2 when Cooper scored his 10th and 2nd of the game in the first period at 18-11. Then in the second, it was Culleton and Forrestal. Culleton at 3:46, and then at 4:08, 3-on-3 goals. As you take a look once again at everything that participated this entire delay here. And they're going to ask Hager, which I'm confused at, why he would be told to leave the ice too, when Hager was just a recipient of what happened. So that leaves nobody in the box. We should then still, I assume, skate 5-on-5. Which would mean something would be have to have been considered egregious enough to be at least 20 minutes in penalties. Otherwise, why make them go to the bench or go to the locker room and stay off the bench? Well, hopefully we hear the penalties.
Missouri State penalty to number 28, Jacob Holly. 5-minute major for boarding and a game misconduct. Missouri State penalty to number 16, Charlie Hager. 5-minute major for spearing, 5-minute major for fighting, and a disqualification. Drury penalty to number 18, Riley O'Connor. 5-minute major for checking from behind and a game misconduct. Drury penalty to number 77, Cody Lourenco. 5-minute major for face mask, 5-minute major for fighting, and a disqualification. Penalty time, 22 seconds of the third period.
so a lot of penalties that have been assigned here. Next stoppage, I'll try to add these up, and we'll get those put in. But meanwhile, we, I guess officially start the third period. After all this happening 12 seconds in. Puck is sent out to center ice, and it's still in paw. 18:43 to go in the period. Drury skating left to right, Missouri State right to left. So we had the spearings and then the face mask. Goaltender is able to clear it out. That's Espen Rieger. And the puck sent out to center ice. So, recap some of the penalties. We know Hawley was given 5 minutes for boarding, a 10-minute game misconduct. Hager 5 for spearing, 5 for fighting, and a disqualification, which is also 10 minutes on the scoreboard. And we have O'Connor with 5 for checking from behind, a 10-minute misconduct. And then we also have a face mask and a 5 for fighting and 10 minutes on the disqualification assessed to the Panthers. And that's everything. So face off with 17:44 to go in the period. Zant wins it. Limpert has it. He shoots in. Save. And Rieger will hold on. Quickly trying to total up these minutes. Zant sends it right through, and a bouncing puck is covered by Rieger. (17:22). Puck is cleared all the way down to the Drury end of the ice, and we get an icing call here. All right, have the totals for you here in just a moment. 17:05 to go in the period. Puck bounces around, and it's taken away and cleared out to center ice, where it's grabbed by Hunter Finley. Now stolen by Cartwright, looking to send it ahead. He goes behind the net. 16:50 to go in the period. Puck taken away. Grabbed by Ringhofer, and he's able to get it out to center ice. Ice Bears with control. Culleton across the line, left side drive, gets deflected up and out of play. So the penalties now for the Ice Bears, again with Hawley and Hager coming in. The totals are 11 penalties, 50 minutes to the Ice Bears. That includes the 10-minute game misconduct and the 10 minutes for disqualification to Hager. And then for Drury, 12 penalties, 49 minutes. That includes O'Connor's penalties. And then we have the face mask and the disqualification for 49. And now we get what is another stoppage in play. 16:28 to go in the period. Ice Bear is able to clear, but it is Fournier to break it up. 16-13 to go in the period. 4-2 Missouri State. Do we get an icing call here? No, it's been waved off. Goes behind the net. Hooking penalty is going to get called to John Hager. He looks up and says, how can you call that? He was holding it under his arm. See if that indeed was the case. There's Hager there, and you can see holding it under his arm. And he gets called, and he's not happy with it.
Missouri State penalty, the number 78, John Hager. 2-minute minor for hooking. Time of the penalty, 3:56. Hager, 2-minute minor for hooking at 3:56.
That's 12 penalties, 52 minutes against Missouri State. Now it's Drury's 6th power play. Across the line, working the power play once again. Stiegel up top. Bazant over to Stiegel. Drive missing wide. Actually, no, that was Schmitz playing the top point. Now a drive in. Good save. The rebound. It's cleared into the corner. After Stiegel's shot, stopped by Rieger. On the line, kept in. Over to the right side. Now back up top. A drive in, and it's gloved as coming out to cut down the angle is Rieger. He'll hold on the Stiegel shot there. 1:09 to go on the power play. Again, 4-2, and Drury forcing the issue here with what looks so far to be a good power play. 1:09 to go in the period, or in the penalty, that is. 15-12 to go in the period. Zaccardi off the draw. He's able to clear and send it all the way down. Back to get it, Cardinal. Across the line into the zone for Sillenpaw. Carries it all the way around. Cardinal waits, he shoots, missing wide right. Sillenpaw again, up top. Cardinal, does he try it again? No, down low to Serrato. Power play for 37. Tipped out in front, and Fournier missed. He had an open corner. The puck was rolling on his stick. He shot it through the crease behind the goaltender, and it just missed. Drury was that close. 20 seconds. Four seconds now remains. Now across the line, we're back to 5-on-5 in the Missouri State zone. It's cleared back out. Panthers will have control. Once again, another game coming up 6 p.m. for you right here. That'll be the Drury Panthers and the Midland Warriors. Puck tipped out to center. And sent by Forrestal back behind the net. 13:22 to go in the period. Line change for both teams. Zaccardi tips it away from Labutis. And it's out to center. We were right about this same point yesterday. Now, give or take about 5 minutes. And we had a couple goals from Drury to make it a 5-4 game and make it interesting. Shot out in front from an odd angle. That is held on to by Garrett Limpert. Shots 26-24. That favors Drury now. Face-off this time will be in the Drury zone. .12:30 to go in the period. Ice Bears get a change. John Hager comes out. Right up the middle, loose puck in, and a save by Limpert as the Ice Bears put the pressure on. And Limpert makes the save on Trevor Alexander. Oh, apparently we get a false face-off. We'll do it all again. 12:18 to go in the period. Puck sent all the way around by Reedman. Panthers will have it out of their own zone. They get it out to center all the way down, and no icing. Goaltender Rieger comes out to poke it away. Taken by Nick Lowe. Behind to Schmitz. Looking out in front. Good save as Bien was there. He was looking for the upper corner and couldn't quite get the angle. 11:43 to go in the period. In to take the draw is Horrell. He tries to win it from Fournier, and it's cleared out to center ice. On the ice for Missouri State, Jacob Cohen as he races down in with 11:30 to go in the period. Here is Stiegel with it. Poked away from him. Fournier on the line, delayed offside, and Missouri State has a free play here. Oh, big hit as Cardinal breaks his stick too as he runs in to Jamison McGrath. Not like the NHL where you get an unlimited amount of sticks. This will be a costly one. Puck up the middle, off and deflected away from Horrell. Back in his own zone to set it up, Jake Williams. To Hunter Finley. 1 goal, 2 assists for Finley this season. Got a goal and an assist against Bradley October 2nd, has been his last scoring. Line change for Drury. Now bringing into the zone, taken away by Finley of Missouri State. Finley's pass out to center with 10:18 to go in the period. Oh, we get a trip right here. Aiden Burke will go to the box on the trip. No? Apparently not. The officials say play on, so there is no trip. There is a whistle. Hager not able to clear. Schmitz brings it around. Caleb this season, coming into today's game, 1 goal, 4 assists. But Schmitz has his second, which was the first goal of the game, that is. Now Reedman. Oh, gives it up out in front. Bazant looking for the backhander, and he missed. Missouri State dangerous in that respect. Now Bazant again. Bien. Labutus had his stick chipped out of his hands. Now right side, a drive that's blocked on the attempt by Schmitz. Here coming in and getting a drive off is Cardinal. We're going to get a penalty. Goes against Missouri State as Cardinal upended. He shoots in, save. Now Cardinal runs into the goaltender, but we still have a stoppage in play. Oh, now we've got pushing and punching, and Bazant, or Brody Bean that is, says, hey, I backed off. He punched me. That was Aiden Burke. We know we're getting one. Do we get both? Looks like just the one penalty. And they're going to say enough's enough. He is gone. So Burke goes. More penalties. What I'm sure is a frustrating game at this point. Maybe for either side. Being in. Five minutes has been assessed to Aiden Burke. We'll see what it's for. And Missouri State also has a player in. This one getting a little out of hand here. We do have two players, so 2 minutes up on the board for Brody Bean. As it stands right now, 13 penalties each. 57 minutes for the Ice Bears, 51 minutes for the Panthers. Kevin Klein will tell us.
To number 15, Brody Bean, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Missouri State penalty to number 15, Aiden Burke, 2-minute minor for tripping, 5-minute major for fighting, and a disqualification. Time of the penalties, 10:57. Bean for Drury, 2-minute minor for tripping. Burke for Missouri State, 2-minute minor for tripping, 5-minute major for fighting, and a disqualification.
Well, what that means is, now they just took the penalty off. Yes, apparently it's a power play because of the coincidentals. So the 5-minute for fighting is now power play number 7 for the Panthers. Blast comes in, they score from up top. This will be Cedric Cardinal's goal. It's 4-3, but the power play remains. So it is the second power play goal for the Panthers. Cardinal will get goal number 8. Again, on a major, you can score as many times as you want. The power play will not expire.
Panthers goal, his first of the season, scored by number 11, Tyler Sillenpaw. Assisted on the play by number 8, Cedric Cardinal. Time of the goal, 10:53. Sillenpaw from Cardinal at 10:53.
Well, apparently it was tipped by Sillenpaw, and you hear his first of the season. Cardinal with the assist. And it's a 4-3 game. 3:25 remaining in the power play. This is power play number 8. Again, once you score, it reverts back to another power play opportunity. So right now, on the 8th power play chance for Drury, and a chance to tie this game. Puck is McGrath's to clear out, and he does. McGrath swung around, penalty. He draws the penalty. And for the next 2 minutes, barring any further penalties, we'll skate 4-on-4. Holding will be the call. $14 penalties, 53 minutes for the Panthers. On the hold that's been assessed to Caleb Limpert. For Missouri State, 15 penalties, 69 minutes. And keep in mind, the Ice Bears now have 2 disqualifications.
Number 26, Caleb Limpert, 2-minute minor for holding. Time of the penalty, 12:58. Limpert, 2-minute minor for holding.
12:58, the time of the goal penalty here in the third. Again, 14 minutes and penalties, 14 penalties, 53 minutes for the Panthers. 15 penalties, 69 minutes for Missouri State. And that is also their second disqualification tonight. Hager was disqualified. That was Charlie Hager. And now Aiden Burke. I believe it was Lorenko that got the disqualification earlier on the face mask. So we skate 4-on-4 now for another minute and 30 seconds. Now Drury brings a 2-on-2 into the zone. That is going to be an icing call, though. A lot going on this period. Face off, taken by the Panthers. And it'll be the Ice Bears in their own zone with possession. Eifert. Eifert has been kind of on a scoreless drought. Came into this weekend, no goals or points in 2 games. Nothing yesterday for him. And right now, still without points. I take that back. He did get an assist, so he does have 2 assists here tonight as I look at my score sheet. So he's broken that. Now here come the Ice Bears. Across the line, bringing it in is Cooper. On 26 seconds, it'll be power play number 9. For the Panthers. Drive in by Forrestal misses. 20 seconds to go. Now 12. But cleared out to center. Here are the Panthers. Stiegel has it out in front. He shoots, save, rebound. He's covered up by Rieger. with 1 second left before the Ice Bears can get or take that back, before the Panthers can get their man back, and that'll be Limpert. Draw one out of the box is Limpert. So now they're on the power play for 50 seconds. Here's Serrato. It's cleared, though, by Williams as Serrato looks back at Zach Zaccardi. They exchange words, but play continues. Bossler pushes his man off the puck. Serrato hits Alexander of Missouri State off the puck. And here come the Panthers. Across the line. Cardinal makes his way through. Behind the net. Up out in front. It's blocked as Schwartz got a drive. Cleared by Forrestal all the way to center ice. Here is a drive that comes in from Bazant, and it's covered up in the glove of Espen Rieger. We'll face off with 4 minutes remaining. And once again, another one-goal game. Puck sent all the way down into the Drury end of the ice for another icing call. .350 to go. Face off to the right of Rieger as you look at it, his left, and off the draw. The Ice Bears do win the draw, but they finally do get it cleared. Here comes Jamison McGrath across the line, drops it off. Ice Bears have it up. It's sent down to Horrell. Alexander had it for a moment. Cleared back out to center and Eifert. 3:25 to go in another close game. You could argue this is becoming a rivalry. Missouri State normally has a rivalry with Arkansas, but cannot argue with two teams that play in the same building. And it's becoming a rival. Zaccardi to the half boards, goes behind, taken by Cardinal, flipped up and out with 2:54 remaining. Ice Bears change up quickly. Here comes Fournier across the line. Fournier centered it off the side of the net. Cleared but not out. Finley left it for Culleton. It's cleared out to center. Here comes Ringhofer. Waits. His shot is blocked and deflected up and out. 2:24 to go in the period. Another game coming up right after this, 6 p.m. Central Time on the Drury stream. We'll have it for you. Drury D1 and Midland coming up. We'll be on the air at 5:30. So literally 58 minutes from now. 2:02 remaining in the third period. Puck stolen. Taken by Forrestal. Now to Cooper. He shoots in. It's blocked. Ice Bears with another quick change. 1:44 to go. We'll see if Drury pulls the goaltender. Missouri State with a lot of pressure and changing lines quick. 1:30 to go. They get McGrath's line back out. McGrath, Alexander, and Horrell. Although Kasu is on that line right now. .112 remains. 4-3 Missouri State.
One minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute remaining.
Puck tipped into the zone. Ice Bears are able to clear. Goaltender stays in. We get an icing with 45.5. Shots 29-26. That favors Drury. And we get a timeout taken by Drury. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. We are back at Brightspeed Ice Park. 45.5 seconds left. Draw one in the Missouri State zone. Behind the net. Goaltender has been pulled. We have an empty net. Ice Bears try to clear it. They cannot. Backhander is blocked in front by Reedman. Bazant with an empty net. Now 25 seconds remains. Up top, blast comes in, and a save is Stiegel with the attempt up top by Serrato. The puck is cleared, 16 to go. Now down to 12. Across the line into the zone. Falling down was Cardinal. Ice Bears have it, and that'll do it. And Missouri State takes another one-goal game over Drury by a count of 4-3.
Off between the visiting Midland.
So we'll take a look at the shots. 9 in the third period on Rieger, 3-period total of 30. 4 on Limpert, 3-period total of 26. Power plays 2 for 8, I believe, for the Panthers. Ice Bears 0 for 4. And again, 15 penalties, 69 minutes to Missouri State. 14 penalties, 53 minutes to the Panthers. Goals, just one in the third period. They're crediting Sillenpaw with it. Tipped in Cardinal on the power play at 10:53. But if you go back to the first period, it was Schmitz, his second, then Cooper for Missouri State, his ninth. Labutis on the power play, his fourth, to make it 2-1. Then Missouri State with 3 straight goals. Cooper his 10th, Politan his 8th, Forstall his second in the second period, and then the Sillenpaw one in the third. 4-3 is your final. A lot of penalties, a lot of goals, but Missouri State improves to a record of 11-4 with the victory here tonight. We do have another game coming up, and that will be the Drury Panthers and Midland. For Scott Lutzke and for Gabby Marlar, I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning into this one. We'll see you in about an hour. Good night.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.